should we just try and like fucking telekinesis this shit or what is it? Telepath?
Telepathy.
Like read each other's minds, you know?
Yeah.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
You want to try and just do it like without saying ready set go?
Uh.
We can do ready set go after, but
Yeah. Okay.
okay. One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
That was pretty close, honestly.
Yeah.
It felt a bit reactionary, but I think
As soon as I heard you like start with that's when I started going.
okay. Let's do a real legit one though, and
Okay.
that way we'll be good. We'll be solid.
Already.
All right. Ready, set, go. One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. You think recording in all that, this is the best you think to record in? I mean, yeah, we're familiar with it by this
Yeah.
point, especially like you've done all the editing in here, so.
I think it's easier for just audio, but if we ever go video, I think we will need to do something different. Well, I would just use DaVinci Resolve at that point, but like I'll do DaVinci Resolve to cut and edit the video and audio, and then I'll take that audio and put it into like a program, maybe Audacity or maybe like Logic, and tweak the settings and stuff.
That sounds like an anime fucking special move. DaVinci's Resolve.
That's kind of sick. We'll get sued by DaVinci. That would be sick. Ow, God, dude. Miko just fucking scratched the shit out of me. I was thinking, okay, you know that game I was also thinking about? Not the, like, multiplayer Avatar game, but, like Avatar-like game, but, like, that big open world, like, power system game, you know?
Yeah.
I was thinking about just mixing those two, just making a game maybe, because I feel like that's probably more realistic, honestly.
Oh, dude.
Because I have the whole story planned out. You remember, like, when I was talking about Pangea and Pangea Ultima, you know?
Yeah. That'd be sweet.
I kind of want
the way.
yeah, no, I think that would be, like, the perfect, like, world-building map, and I could make a world that kind of makes sense, you know?
Of course. Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, with, like, my system. That's how, like, because Pangea Ultima wouldn't be, like, it would form over, like, hundreds of millions of years, probably billions of years. And I was thinking in, like, the just, like, historical, like, sense in the whole fucking series. Humanity was always getting hit with, like, huge extinction events, but there was always, like, a straggling group of people that just became super resilient to all these different extinction things that were happening around them.
Mm.
And then they formed these powers somehow, like, just from being able to live for so long. And that's how, like, you would get the powers. Pangea Ultima would be created, you know? It's a whole thing.
That sounds pretty sweet, though. I love the Pangea idea. That makes it, like, the unification of the world.
Yeah. I like it, too. And it's just, like, yeah, it unifies. There are still, like, some straggling islands here and there, you know? But I like it.
Yeah, dude, and have, like, different, like, power structures give different, like, mobility throughout the map.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sick. Like, water, you could just, like, run out and just, like, create a wave and then ride the wave.
No, this is crazy because, like, I want to make this game so bad. Not like the game I was just talking about, but, like, you remember that Avatar-like game that I was thinking about, even, like, if I ever get a PC, I want to start, like, developing and stuff. It would be, it would just be, like, a couple maps. It would be, like, a battle royale kind of, but, like, the main elements would be, like, water, earth, fire, air. And, like, if you want to travel, if you pick the water class, you can, like walk on water super fast. Like, you get, like, this instant, like, mobility boost whenever you're on water. Earth, you get a instant mobility boost if you're like fucking walking on the earth.
That one
And
would be
like
OP.
a little bit, but once you hit like water or like I don't know something, or I feel like Earth would be super OP, but you would balance it super well.
That's true. And do like tree arc it too. I mean, like, I'm not saying totally take it off of Avatar, but like, you know, they have like lightning bending, right? In like later seasons, and like blood bending and
Yeah, it wouldn't be Avatar because obviously I wouldn't want to get sued.
of course.
So I would make it like its own thing. It would just take a lot of inspiration from Avatar. I was thinking of adding in, like you said, like lightning. Fuck, what else? Fucking, there's a bunch of other ones that I wanted to add. Like nature, like tree and like fucking plants and shit. A bunch of other things. It would be fucking sick. Full character customization. Fucking not a pay to win shit, but there would be like microtransactions to get like skins and like different outfits and stuff that you want, but you can still like unlock certain things as you progress through the game.
If you like make it like, I don't know, I just feel like Elden Ring is one of the perfect games probably ever.
Yeah, but that's like a triple A game and it's just fucking it's crazy. I'm going to leave all that in. I'm going to cut out a few things, but I'm going to leave all that in. If anybody's interested in like working with me and Gannon on making a game like that, like game developers, bro, we'd be so fucking down. We'll help you out.
I'm trying to think if I know any game developers. That's a one like I've never had any game developing friends now since I think about it.
Well, neither have I, but if they're listening to the podcast, I mean, hell, please reach out, dude, if you're interested, or do that. If you're interested, we're totally down.
Ring a ding ding.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to the Something Original podcast. God, we're already like 10 minutes into this. I'm Chase.
And I am Gannon.
Hey Gannon, I just want to give us a quick little shout out like I do every freaking episode. You did it last week. You fucking killed it.
Thank you, bro.
But we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe if you're liking what you're hearing. We also have the Patreon. Gannon's book, Death Our Friend, is on there. We also have a new show, Next Caller. First episode is live. It's only $5 a month, guys. I mean, that's like 5 schmeckles. So go give it a try, subscribe to it. We would greatly appreciate it. We'll be putting out this exclusive content to you guys very, very soon. But anyways, Gannon, back to you. What's it like out there?
Honestly, today, 76 and sunny. I mean, I usually have another fan on in here, but I don't right now just due to audio purposes, but
I appreciate that.
Yeah, because that one episode. But yeah, dude, it's beautiful outside, man. You know.
Yeah.
What
Why
about
don't you
out
open
there?
a window?
I do. I do.
Oh, you have the window open?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, there's not enough wind going through today, so.
Yeah. It's super fucking nice out here right now too. It's like 80, honestly.
Gee.
Or it feels like it's probably like 70 or 60, but since we're closer to the sun because we're the Mile High city, you know, so
Oh, that's right.
it's fucking hot, dude.
I mean, I've been out there in the wintertime, and it's like it gets pretty cold. So I mean,
No, I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from the cold. Because it does get fucking cold. Because it's so dry. The thing is, it's like, since we're so high up, there's not a lot of moisture, you know? Like, back in Ohio, in the Midwest, it's so moist. Like, no matter what, the humidity and everything, it makes... Stop moaning.
Sorry. My bad.
It was just in my ear. It was like,
My bad.
It's okay. It just threw me off for a second. I was like, okay. But yeah, I think that's why when it gets cold, it gets super cold, and when it gets hot, it gets super hot because it's just dry. Did you ever notice that in California? Because it's dry out there too, right?
Yeah, but I would rather have California weather over Arizona weather in the summertime.
Yeah, isn't just how was like Arizona winter though?
Amazing, dude. Amazing.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It was like 75, bro. Like through the winter time
What
when I was
the
out there.
hell?
Yeah. Or, dude,
Damn.
one of my favorite times out there, they have they have, I forget what they call it. I think it's called monsoon season, but it's really just like 3 weeks, like where it's just straight raining.
Yeah.
Dude. And that's usually I think during like the end of the summertime, and I would just go out and like walk in the rain. Something about it just cleanses everything, and because it's like warm, but then the rain just for some reason was just so cold at the same time. So I would just stand out in it, and I'm just like, this is beautiful. But yeah, no.
How often would you do that? Like out of the 3 weeks, it was monsoon season. Let's just say 3 weeks. How many days?
A couple. Like not all the time because like getting wet and
Like a couple days or a couple weeks?
a couple days.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not like out here in the rain all week, just like soaking all my clothes. It'd be like one
It's
of those.
literally you're like, oh shit, it's raining. I gotta run outside and
I
just
gotta
look up.
gotta get damp right now.
Gotta get moist.
No, I'd be like out just like listening to music, and this is back when I was smoking cigarettes. So I'd just like be out in the patio, and it started raining. I'm like, I'm feeling you, weather, and I just like step out. And I'm like, ooh, a little cold, and I'm
You
like,
take your shirt off. You're like,
oh, always,
oh
yeah,
shit.
dude. Embrace it, brother.
Oh, speaking of brother, did you listen to Kendrick's new album?
Yes.
Welcome back to the hip hop segment in the Something Original podcast. My name is Hazy.
And I'm Turtleberry Johnson.
Well, hey, Turtleberry, how you feel about that new Kendrick album?
Pretty good. I mean, dude, I love Kendrick as an artist. I do. And I feel like he was calling out I think just like the flex culture rap industry, which I thought was sick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you take off that designer, what are you? You're just ugly, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was like. I'm just like, not you personally, bro. I'm just like, in general. I was just like, that was pretty cool. Because, like, most of the time, like it seems like rappers just progressively, like, throughout their careers, just start talking about money more and more. And I'm like, well, where's the music at? Type deal.
Yeah.
You know. But, nope. Kung Fu Kenny's still being real. Appreciate it.
No, I'll be honest. I haven't listened to the whole album yet. Because it's weird. It's weirdly like split up, isn't it? Split up between like 10 songs. It goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it starts again like 1, 2, 3. It's like 18 songs. I think there might be 9. It splits it off in 9. It's weird the way it's set up. At least in Apple Music, I don't know.
I got it right there at the top of my Spotify. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, yeah, you're right. It does, like, start over. I haven't listened to the whole thing then. I just realized this right now, actually.
Yeah, and I'm gonna preference this because I was thinking Kendrick Lamar, like his last album, there were some like slower, like really impactful songs, but there was also a bunch of fucking hype songs. And I did the disservice of Kendrick Lamar, and I listened to this in the gym trying to work out. And I only got like some of the sappier songs, like the slower, like meaningful songs when I was working out. So I had to stop listening to it. It's good. It's really good. My favorite song on there so far, I haven't listened to the whole thing. I maybe listened to like 8 songs. I think I've listened to like half of it. My favorite song on there is Mirror, because I feel like that song is basically saying it's about him. You know, the album is about him. It's his point of view on a bunch of other shit. He didn't make it for like the industry. He didn't make it for the label. He didn't make it for the culture, whatever. He made it for himself, and I think that's really powerful. And and there's a lot of songs that are just, it seems like it's very personal to him also, and I think that's just beautiful, honestly.
I think that one with Sampha, what's it called? Because I think Sampha's an amazing vocalist. It's
I don't think I listened to it.
Father Time.
Oh yes, yeah, I have listened to it. Never mind.
Yeah,
That's Shiloh's favorite song on it.
that's a pretty good one.
I like
yeah,
Mirror and that one where it's like where he's like yelling at his baby mama or something.
Oh, dude. Where they're going back and forth?
It's like, fuck you, bitch, not fuck you.
Yeah. I thought it was like, that was intense. Sorry.
No, it was really intense, and that was the one song it actually came on when I was working out, and I was like, fuck, yes! And I was getting a really good pump in during that song. I was like, yeah! But it was just, it's really cool, and it does seem really deep, you know?
And it's just like, I felt like it just shows like how everyone can be toxic in a way. It's not just like, oh, men suck, oh, women suck, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, like...
We all suck.
We all suck, you know? I mean, you know.
I don't suck, per se, but no, I'm just kidding.
Per se.
Per se.
Per se.
Hearsay.
No say.
Their say. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Say.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I think very deep, very impactful. Like, I mean, man's spent 5 years on it, so what else could you expect? I think N95, like, if you're going for like upbeat, and I saw this this video. It was a TikTok about the video for N95, and
yeah,
he uses like a part of it and it was taken from a social experiment. I forgot what the social experiment was called, but I'm like, I saw that and I'm like, no way, like this dude is next level.
He's a visionary, dude. He's definitely one of the most greatest creative minds in the world right now. Because he looks at it through a perspective of just, I don't know. I truly don't know. It's not like Kanye level of like insanity creativity, you know? It's like he's looking at it through a realistic lens, and he's able to really bring it to life. It's not really like making sense. It's
like
not
a
really
raw, like more humanitarian mindset.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. It just felt like he was just trying to like express like love throughout the whole thing, and like from what I was seeing, because like the world's crazy, as like we have a topic that's very sad, and it's just, you know, I don't know actually where I'm going with that. I love Kendrick.
I think it's real. I'm gonna do him I'm not gonna do him any favors or an honor or whatever. I'm just gonna listen to the rest of the album and just listen to it and not like be preoccupied with anything else, because Kendrick is definitely one of those artists that is just like he's a generational talent, you know. It's timeless. Any piece of work that he puts out, it's fucking incredible. He's just like he's just one of those not one of those albums, one of those artists that you can't hate, you know, because he's just so fucking talented,
dude. And the Kodak samples, or not samples, but like those Kodak features, I was like, this is insane.
I got like both of those songs where he's in it, and I don't know, I've kind of lost Kodak. I've lost, like, I don't know,
you have to admit though,
Kodak.
His voice though it's very different sounding than most people's voice. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes on a
Yeah,
track and he's
yeah.
like, you're like, that's Kodak Black, and you know what I
Hmm.
mean? He just comes
It's
in
just
with it like
like
that, you know?
it's just like Smino, you know. It's like,
Oh man, don't get me started.
dude, is he gonna fucking drop soon? Like,
Soon,
goddamn.
soon. Word on the street. Word on the street. And I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I always think that about him. He's good. He's such a good artist, man. And he's like always
Yeah.
trying to promote like good energy through his music, and it bops too,
Hmm.
bro. It's like, it's rhythmic but like he puts like his soul into it, and I'm like, love you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for making my day better.
Smino, if you're listening to this,
Hop on,
hop
please.
on, bro.
I have so many questions.
Kendrick, if you're listening to it,
Oh goodness gracious.
also that'd be
I probably
that'd be
just be
like
quiet the entire podcast.
it's like we will honestly give you just this platform to say whatever the fuck's on your mind, and we will not say anything.
He was like, all right, that's an extra what, 150 listeners. Let's get it.
Just watch him be like, so bologna works really well with cheese. Not any cheese though. That the whole podcast. That's what
And-
he's talking about.
And a little bit of mustard.
Do you like bologna?
Yes, I do.
Do you like fried bologna?
I'm from the Midwest. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I was about to say. This is one of my like best memories probably growing up. Whenever me and my dad, we would go like deer hunting. I never shot anything, so don't come at me, PETA. But every morning we would make fried bologna sandwiches. Those motherfuckers would slap.
Those fried bologna sandwiches go crazy, bro. Especially in the morning, bro.
Oh yeah, that's the only time I ever had them was in the morning.
Wait, how'd you guys make them out there? Like, you guys have like a...
No, we would be home in the morning. We would like cook it first and then get ready and then go. But it would be at like 3 in the morning, you know.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it sucked.
I heard you get up early for hunting, but I didn't know, like, you're up before Pablo and them.
Well, I mean, if it's like, you know, if you're making like a whole fucking breakfast like that, you gotta kind of get up
That's
early,
true.
and then because like at around 5 or 6 is when you should be like out there like hunting, you know,
I don't think I
because
could.
that's no, it sucked. I stopped doing it after like a couple years. I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't think I could do it, dude.
Because, like, hunting season's in the fucking winter, too, you know? So you're fucking freezing. And fucking at 5 in the morning. For one, I'm like a kid. I'm, like, about to be a teenager. Just hitting puberty, you know? This shit is just, it's killing the vibe, you know? I have to wake up early as fuck on a weekend. Like, bro, I'm in school. Like, I need rest. I know I wasn't fucking trying in school, but like, give me a break. I have to fucking wake up early as shit, go do something that I really didn't want to do, but I did it because whatever.
I mean, you got those memories,
And
though. That's pretty cool. With your dad.
you know what these memories were? Sitting in the snow for 2 hours without moving.
Oh, yeah, and you guys can't even talk then, huh?
Yeah, you can't say shit.
That'd be weird.
And half the time he wasn't even like with me. He was out doing his own thing. We were just in different areas, you know.
Mm.
It was just It was
That's
not
why I'd
fun.
rather fish, dude. I like fishing.
Fish honestly freak me out. I used to fish all the time, but like as I got older, I was just like, I don't fuck with these guys.
Those catfish can be feisty.
We would only fish for bluegill. You ever heard of them?
Yeah, that's like the one that you can really eat, huh?
Yeah, they're not good though. They're not that great.
I don't think I've ever eaten bluegill.
Have you ever eaten? Can you eat catfish?
Yeah. That's like,
Okay,
they have like fish fries like at different places throughout Ohio. I used to go there with my grandma growing up. And they would always have catfish, like a buku amount of catfish. That's good.
You're not. You're not though.
What do you mean?
You're not catfish.
Probably, probably. I'd say so. I don't
Do
know.
you think? Do you think you look better in pictures or in person?
In person, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just not
feel like-
photogenic.
yeah.
I get in front of that camera. I'm like, ugh.
That's how I am, dude. I can't. I hate it when people take my picture, but I need people to take my picture because those are always the best pictures. If I take like a fucking selfie or like a mirror pic,
Difficult.
it's just it's difficult, man. It's just they don't ever turn out, dude.
That's how I'll be feeling as well.
That's how I be feeling as well. I do have a question for you though.
Yes.
So me and Shiloh, we just finished Full Metal Alchemist. Great series, fantastic. I had already watched it before, but this was her first time watching it.
Was it Brotherhood or the regular series?
Obviously, yeah, Brotherhood. You don't fucking watch the first one, dude.
Yeah.
The hell. But anyways, we finished it, and a big theme in this series are the 7 deadly sins for any man, for mankind, I guess. And we were discussing it amongst ourselves. I was like, what is our like biggest sin, you know? And I want to ask you what yours is.
It used to be lust, I think, and I
Okay.
think that's a derivative from like my childhood. Like psychology is amazing in that way, you know. Like my mom was killed early on, and so it's like you always want
Yeah.
that desire to like have a woman and feel loved in that sense. So I guess it was always lust.
Okay.
Honestly, what about you?
Well, you say it was. Is it still lust, or do you think it's something else now?
Not anymore. Honestly, I've been going to church a lot, and I don't know, man. I'm trying to just get my mind right, be different in general.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. I don't now. I don't know. I don't even really, you know, anymore.
Well, do you know what all the sins are? Right.
Wrath, lust, greed, pride. I'm trying to think of like the 7 deadly sins series in my head. Wrath,
Envy,
greed, envy, yeah,
sloth,
sloth, yeah.
and gluttony.
Mm.
Those are the 7. So
Yeah.
you don't think you fit any of those other ones?
Not really.
Okay.
My big one was always, you know, like I always wanted
Lust.
to be with someone, you know. I know who I like I've had this realization recently. There was someone in my life and I've like kind of messed up with them. You know, this is back when I was like, you know, hooked on drugs. I was just an addict, and you know, they were always there for me. They wanted to see more from me, and yeah, eventually like my own wants and desires like push them away. So
Okay.
if it's not them, then I really don't care anymore, for real, if I'm being honest. So I'll be single.
Putting that out there?
Huh?
Putting that out there?
What do you mean putting it out there?
You saying like there's no one else but this one person?
I'm thinking so, dude. Like, I don't know, I try to go on dates, you know, but
Yeah.
it's just not them. And like I just don't want to like hurt people or waste people's time when my mind and my heart's not in it, you know? It's not fair to them. It's not fair to other people.
Do I know this person?
You probably do. And if they're happy, that's what matters to me. You know, I can't be that selfish. You know who it is?
No.
No?
I have no idea. No.
Yeah. It's one of those like the one that got away type things, you know?
Well, tell me after the podcast, but
Yeah.
if you want. But I would say my biggest sin is sloth.
For real?
Yeah, dude, I'm just lazy, bro. I'm just like I I'm slow at doing things. I just yeah. I would rather do nothing than something. I feel it. And it's sad, honestly, but that's my biggest sin and I need to work on it.
At least you like are able to recognize it. You know, most people don't even do that.
I've always been able to just I've always known that I'm like a lazy person. It's just like
I
I don't
mean,
know. Well,
you.
it's part of like my parents also saying like fucking get up, get out of bed. You know, it's just like yeah, that's just it's always been like told to me, and I've just always like recognized it.
I mean, you are also a like certified graphic designer and have a good job. You know.
Yeah, I'm not saying like if I were like 100% lazy to the bone, we wouldn't be doing a podcast, We we wouldn't have the Patreon. There would be no website. There wouldn't be a fucking YouTube channel. There wouldn't be any of these things. And I have so much in the works right now. I have all these different ideas of stuff that I don't have the means to do it yet, but eventually it will come to fruition, I hope. But yeah. And I do think I am working on it, but when I do have like off days, yeah, I don't want to fucking do anything. But if I have time and I feel motivated, I will absolutely do the shit that I want to do.
I feel like that's most people, though. I mean, I don't know, dude. I feel like
No, there are some people that literally go crazy if they like aren't doing something productive. Not me though. I don't care. If I have a fucking if I got a fucking doctor's appointment, I'll reschedule that shit. I will be thinking of ways of like am I going to be able to prolong this? Yes, absolutely. All right, let me fucking find a way to prolong it.
I mean, the doctor's office though. That's a good reason.
I haven't been to the doctor in I guess I went to the hospital last year, but that's different. Uh when's the last time you went to the dentist? Let me ask you this. Yeah.
It's been a hot minute.
I know, dude. Same here.
It's been a hot minute.
Great. It's crazy, dude. We need to go to the dentist real bad.
The dentist just freaks me out. I'd just rather brush my
Really?
teeth and floss. Yeah, dude.
Well, you still got to go and get cleanings and stuff. You might have a cavity.
Maybe, but that's for me to know.
No, they also need to know to get it fixed.
The last time I went to the dentist, bro. No, actually, no. I just have like the worst time with like when I got my wisdom teeth pulled out in the military. Like I was I was never scared of the dentist before, until I went and got my wisdom teeth pulled out in the Navy, and I was like, don't like this.
Well, that's the Navy. You told me, you said it on the podcast. That was not like normal,
Yeah, I was like, no, thank you. This is not for me. I'll just be good. I'll be good to my teeth.
No, the last time I've been to the dentist was also after I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
See, dude?
Well, that also is because, for one, I got my wisdom teeth taken out a couple months before we moved. So for a while I didn't have insurance because I was on contract with a job. And then I finally did get a new job, and like it just takes a couple like months for the fucking health insurance and shit to come through. And now I'm at the point where I am just like a sloth and I'm not scheduling my dentist appointment.
Is it sloth though, or is it just the dentists are terrifying?
No, well, I can't say it actually on the podcast, but no, they're nice. They're nice people.
Oh, that's right. It took me a second, bro. I was like, wait a second. Oh.
So, hey man, how you been?
Pretty good. I quit smoking weed a couple days ago.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this like a you feel like you need to quit, or it's like
Yeah.
maybe try it out for a little bit?
Like I just don't need, like, I feel like when it becomes a need in your life, then you should just get rid of it. You know? It's like that
Okay.
saying, like a sick person only wants one thing, but a healthy person wants 1,000 things. You know? Um,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to look at life with a more minimalistic mindset in general, and like that is one thing that's always kind of controlled me, honestly.
Mhm.
Like, you know, if you're waking up on the weekend and that's the first thing you go for, like you need to probably rethink and reevaluate a little bit, you know? So I was just
Yeah.
like, I was like smoking, I think it probably Friday night, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I was literally like,
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, dude, done. Done doing this. It's just not helping my mind at all. Like, I'm in therapy, so like, I should just not do that. Like, it's just contradicting in a way.
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of had a similar thing this past week actually. Me and Shiloh both were like, "Hey, we literally drink every single night. Like this is like just like what we do almost every couple months or something. We like look at what we've been doing. We've been gaining a couple pounds and we just kind of feel gross about ourselves and we're just like it's probably the alcohol, right? And so we decide that we're going to take like a week off of drinking. And it's really a test to see if we are dependent on alcohol or if we can go without it. And I'm glad to say that we can go without it because there wasn't a single time during this past week where we were like, I need to drink. I want to drink. It was like when we decided we're not going to drink the whole week, we just didn't drink the whole week and we didn't even think about it. It was just like, okay, we'll find like alternatives. Like if I have a craving of like something to drink, I will just drink juice.
yeah, that's good though. Like, alcohol is a poison.
I'm drinking right now though.
Hey man, whatever makes a turtle float.
Yeah, well, it's like a reward.
It's like you made it. Here you go. No, I feel it,
Yeah.
bro. Definitely.
Are you a fan? Do you drink? Let me ask you this.
Do I drink? Still?
Yeah, do you drink? Yeah, do
I
you drink?
mean, yeah, from time to time.
Like
So,
not hard like every night.
oh, yeah, no. Not yeah. Especially I think the Navy was like my time, like doing like
Mhm.
that was like my go-to. I would get off work and I would get a bottle of Jameson and then I would just drink the thing. And the next thing you know, I'm waking up in the bathtub. And then after a couple times doing that, you're just like, maybe this isn't for me.
See, my time was in high school. Like there were so many nights where I was just I've never blacked out from drinking and I've never gotten sick from drinking except for New Year's when you were in town
Hmm.
and uh we were in the Oregon district and and I left you behind and I just went home and that's when I actually threw up. Or I didn't throw up, I like dry heaved into the toilet, but it's weird. It was weird. But yeah, my time was in high school. I just drank so much where it was just like once I got to 21, I was just like, I mean, I've been doing this forever. Like it doesn't really change anything. Now I can just buy it whenever I want it.
The Disaronno, baby.
Dude, the fucking did we ever tell the story on the podcast?
I think we did. Where I got choke slammed over a dog. Onto a
Yeah,
dog.
that's crazy, dude. That's like honestly, like that's something original right there.
I said, poor dog.
That's just the
Why?
wildest shit, dude. We pulled up looking for a good time.
We found it.
And we it wasn't, no, I mean the aftermath wasn't, but yeah, initially it was going smooth. Like we had the Disaronno, bro. we were about to smoke some plant, and next thing we know, some drunk guys come through the door and like is trying to start fights, and I'm like, we just got here, my guy.
You specifically told me not to bring it, and I didn't. This one time.
And it's just like, yeah, like, why? The guy proceeds to choke slam Gannon over a dog. It's just, and then we had to because this guy was like violent. Like he would probably have killed Gannon if we like didn't get out of there.
All off of suspicion. All off of suspicion.
Yeah, assuming makes an ass out of both of us. And
do you see who's rolling it? Look at who is rolling it, Mike, right now.
Literally the person rolling the weed right in front of the guy, and he's blaming Gannon, who is like 10 feet away from him. He's not even close, honestly. He's literally on the opposite side of the building, of the area that we were in.
I was like,
and he points you out and is like, Gannon, I told you, stop smoking weed here.
I didn't. That's the thing.
And then we had to go into hiding for like an hour or two. Because he was literally fucking throwing hands at people, and we were just like, what the fuck?
He went Omni-Man from Invincible, dog.
Like, we couldn't even get to our car because it was just like...
He was beating up his own friends.
He was they were beating the shit out of him, too. And he wouldn't stop.
Alcoholic. Stay away.
Yeah, no, I mean, in those instances, if you are like that, like... walk away. Like, you need to put the bottle down, dog.
I'm not usually one to, like, you know, like, say that people need, but, like, yoga, dude. Get into yoga. Could you imagine? Can you imagine that if they started doing yoga?
No.
If they led a yoga class? That'd be insane. Sorry.
No, I could never imagine. But honestly, here's the thing. I think people need to start learning how to breathe properly. You know?
Mm.
Because whenever I'm stressed out, I've said it before on the podcast, but I take deep breaths. Whenever I'm just stressed or whenever I'm feeling uneasy, I just take deep breaths in and out, and it usually just mellows me out. And I want to start expanding that because I know there's a ton of different like breathing techniques that people do that are just therapeutic. And I want to get into that. And I feel like I just want to share that with people. Like, if you're going through some shit, should have saved it for the last podcast because we were talking about Mental Health Awareness Month. Mm-hmm. But if you're going through some shit, look up some breathing like techniques and stuff, and maybe that'll help you get right.
That's true. It's amazing how like most of the stuff that we need is already equipped in a way.
Yeah, we were talking about something. We'll get into it. We'll get into it later on the podcast. But Gannon was saying how like it's crazy how we have all this great technology with like social media and stuff. It's so advanced, but it's not being utilized in the right ways, and it's honestly just making our like society and humanity worse off.
Dude, I've been thinking about social media. I don't know. I haven't really been on it. And
no, neither have I.
I've been like almost to the point where I've almost thought I've thought about it a couple times throughout the week. And like I know I need the social media to like, you know, put the podcast up. So I might just keep Instagram and just get rid of everything else, to be honest. I don't really post on Facebook cuz like I love my family, but I feel like they would think I'm deranged if they heard this podcast. Definitely. You know, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I've been because our episodes have starting to get a lot tamer. We aren't going into every podcast now saying like fuck religion and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely not on this side, bro.
Yeah, so do you want to get into that? Because I don't even know a bit about that.
What do you mean?
You're going to church and stuff. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. I mean, yeah. I'm, dude. I mean, I'd say I'm a Christian. I really would. I mean, if
Okay.
if you take if you take Jesus' teachings at the root of it, that's how I think evangelistic Christians should be. You know, uh, because when you look at like the people that Jesus hung around, there was like these group of people called the Pharisees. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They were like these highly religious people that hated everything that this man was saying, but all he was trying to do was promote love at the end of it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't going out of his way to like belittle people or, you know, get mixed up in like politics or anything like that.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and I know that might like I'm sorry, dude. I know that might be kind of a cringe thing, but I just feel like true evangelism should be led with love and empathy. Because if you can't understand people, how are you going to ever hope for more?
No, see, you're going to be super surprised with what I have to say. I think Jesus had a great message. He said, "Love thy neighbor. Give your, we should be helping the sick and the needy. Give up your wealth and give it to the less fortunate."
Mm-hmm.
He was a socialist. Oh my God, he was a prime example of socialism, and he was a fucking die-hard socialist,
Mm-hmm.
or at least that's what his message is. But the thing that I personally don't like about Christianity is the church. The church itself, and we can look at like these mega fucking churches like Joel Osteen, and there's that other fucking one that he honestly looks like a demon. But these people that have who run these mega churches, who make tens of millions of dollars every year just off of donations, those people are not, in my opinion, true Christians.
And
Those are church institutions. Those are not, they are not teaching like religion
the gospel.
right. Yeah, they are not living by their own words.
And you want to hear something funny? Like, and
What's
to
up?
even build off that, my folks don't like Joel Osteen. They think he's terrible.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think my parents also agree, but there's also, because there's the thing with Roe v. Wade, and the reason why it's being overturned is because of this ultra religious push, because they think it's a life or whatever. But we were talking about it before in the last podcast. It's a great episode, guys. Go listen to it if you haven't already. But they want these babies to be born, but yet they give them no foundation to thrive once they are born.
Like, if Joel Osteen took his money, built beautiful orphanages, that'd be one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be one
Or
thing.
just paid taxes, because these people don't have to pay taxes. Their churches don't have to pay taxes. Just put it, even if you don't like the system and how taxes are being spent, I'm sorry, that's fine, whatever. But what he's doing is hoarding his money. He's not, yeah, he's not building schools. He's not building orphanages. He's not giving back to any sort of cause. He's hoarding his money. He has like all these houses. He has like the fanciest cars, the fanciest whatever. He's not living what the life that Jesus said that we should be.
Hmm. Most definitely. Have you seen that series on HBO? It's about super churches. It's got like Danny McBride, the original dude that played Fred Flintstone. Oh man, what is it called? I'm trying to think. Oh man, it's a pretty funny series. It talks about, it's like satirical towards like mega churches, and it's pretty funny. But I agree with dude. Like, if I just feel like people who are truly focused on the evangelistic side, the world would be different, and it wouldn't be so much hatred towards, and like with just like hypocritical views, like you can't just go around talking badly about people or looking down on people because they're in different situations. That's not what Jesus did. That's not what he would want to do at all. He hung around the thieves and the killers and
the prostitute or the sex workers.
The sex workers and like Mary Magdalene. That's like one of his homies,
The best friend.
Yeah. And like I'm just like that's where I have like conflictions within myself towards it. But if you take
and that sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And if you take Jesus, like just his like root message, it was love, man. And I mean, I believe in God also, and I feel like throughout the Bible, like God should be feared and like Jesus should be loved in a weird way, in almost a poetic sense. But that's just going into like my own personal beliefs, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to try to learn also. I'm trying to just figure things out, and like my family go, like my parents go, and like everyone that goes there are like is from another church where like the gospel wasn't being spread really. It was just about strictly off of good works, which I feel like you need a little bit of both to be a like evangelistic Christian. So yeah, dude. I don't know. I've been trying to, looking at life differently, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, we've come a long way since the first episode.
Yeah.
Or I guess you have. I mean, I still hold the same beliefs. I'm still agnostic. I truly don't believe that. And I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but
you won't offend me, man.
I don't think any religion really is real. I think there's enough history and evidence to back up like these are really just like folk stories to just like, and people just took them as realistic and they just went along with it, but and the fact that the Bible has been written and rewritten millions of times. It's been handpicked by certain kings and popes of all their favorite parts. They've changed things that they don't like, and they've formulated a new belief system and an existing belief system. It's just that's just something that I don't personally believe, but
and I'm not gonna hate you. I would never hate you for it. Like,
I mean, and I'm fully supportive of Gannon in this new direction that he's taken. Like I don't like resent him in any sort of way. Like, praise my brother in Christ.
Oh man, I was not ready for that.
All love.
I appreciate it, man. Seriously, I was really nervous actually to share it. I'm not even gonna lie. I was really nervous.
Yeah. No, I don't care. Like I have like Christian friends, and even them, they understand like if you're gay, you're okay. They don't believe like hell is like a place of total damnation. Like if you don't follow each individual rule, you're going to hell. I think if they just believe if you've lived a fulfilling and moral life, you're okay. Even if it's not this Christian based moral system. If you treat everybody with kindness, with respect, and you just try to make the world a better place, you will get to heaven. And hell, I think a lot of them believe like hell isn't even real. It's just like a way of scaring people.
Yeah.
Because didn't hell, like in the original Hebrew text, like hell translated to something, and it was like a town outside of Jerusalem that was basically like the waste town. Like it's where they would put all their trash and stuff. And they basically were like, you would go to this trash place if you like strayed too far away from God's word or whatever.
I haven't heard that rendition.
That's what I follow. I follow a lot of like agnostic and atheist accounts on TikTok, and I listen to a lot of them who actually who grew up as like super evangelical Christians. They went to Bible school. They wanted to learn. They literally learned Hebrew and retranslated the Bible from scratch is what they had to do at this school. And the guy that I follow, he came out of it as the full-blown atheist because nothing that he was taught at an early age or all his whole life up to that point, none of it matched up. And he was just like, I mean, I was just led astray. And even then, when he was analyzing it deeper and deeper, he was like, this isn't even real, honestly. Like, none of it's all made up. But no hate.
Yeah,
no hate. I'm not trying.
I know. And that's the thing. Like, I heard from another person he was like kind of like my mentor out in Arizona. He went to theology, you know, to eventually be a pastor, and he was saying the same thing, you know. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I just feel like, in a strange way, I was, like I said on the last podcast, but through it, I felt like I was saved at that moment, you know, that I'm kind of getting choked up thinking about it. And, I don't know, man. I've just been thinking a lot about it, and, I feel like I was given another chance at life from something, you know, and,
Yeah.
I don't want to waste it. I just want to figure it out. Excuse me. Sorry.
No, you're good, dude. I mean, do what you think is right.
Of course.
If you think it's a calling from God or Jesus, absolutely follow that. You know,
Appreciate it, man.
I'm all here for the support, you know, and I'm sure the listeners will also support it.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. For real. I was super nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, you were asking me about it, and I started kind of sweating a bit. I was like, oh man, I don't know. I'm just gonna.
Well, I think I already knew, because you told me a while ago. You were like, I think I am religious. Like, I think I believe in God. Like, you just told me over text, like, a while ago. And then you started saying you were going to church and stuff, and I was like, okay, is he like, does he believe?
Yeah, dude.
Is he a brother in Christ?
I think so, man. I mean, I know so. I mean.
You know so.
Yeah, dude. It's weird. It's weird. And I know, like, it seems tacky, but, like, I don't know, man. It's, like, I've been reading, too, and it's just, a lot of it just seems poetic, brother. And, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it was just, from my point of view, I'm sorry if I'm offending you, but that's just how I always looked at it. I thought it was just supposed to be like a story told. It was just like it's basically the equivalent of like a fiction book, you know. And somebody was just telling the story. It got way too out of hand, and yeah.
Yeah, and like I was saying that on, I think, the first episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how time and like events can affect you in certain ways.
Do you? Let me ask you this: do you still believe the Queen isn't real?
Oh, absolutely. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. we haven't strayed too far away from our inception, but
Yeah.
here we are.
Dude, have you seen that stuff about the Vatican?
Yes, that video where it's like super demonic imagery in the Vatican.
Yeah. Sketch.
See, this is why we can go on a whole fucking rant about the church. This is why I don't like the church. They obviously have fucking evil undertones. They are the largest pedophile ring in the world, and they are protected under the gaze of like God. This is God's will, you know. That's bullshit. Fuck you guys. I hate the fucking church. I hate the Vatican. It's just like, and especially with all that imagery, that's just fucking pathetic. I don't know. They could have done a much better job when they were building it. They'd be like, oh, this fucking whole hallway looks like the snake.
Yeah.
You know, that fucking one snake that is despised in the entire fucking Bible. Maybe let's not make this hallway look like that. Oh, let's make this whole big like wall that looks like the devil and like evil, like whatever the fuck.
Demons.
demons. Let's maybe not put that in. Maybe we should put it in a lighter look, you know? That's just what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, those Catholics.
Those goddamn Catholics.
Yeah, dude, and I heard they have like a telescope. Did you see that part?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's called like Lucifer or some shit.
Yeah, like I'm very confused by all that.
Yeah, why?
I try to
Why?
I try to like stay away from that. I see it come up and I'm like, no, leave me alone.
Yeah, I just don't get it. And there's a ton of issues with like Islam and Judaism and there's like 5,000 religions, and
Well,
I can only think of the top ones.
I mean, it's just like there's like just good people and bad people, and it just seems like sometimes, like most of the time, bad people are ones that get into those kind of places in power. Doing doing their debauchery.
It's like I think it's because the good ones, they find peace in their messaging, and they're like, oh, okay, I don't need to like push this any further. Like, I personally have an understanding. I understand that if I intrude in other people's lives with this messaging, I'll just put little bits and pieces here and there. Ha ha. Like, I have a wonderful life, you know? Like, I understand it. But the evil people are like, the world is evil. It's corrupt. Let me get into positions of power to change the whole structure of the world, and I'll rule with an iron fist and whatever.
Yeah, just baloney.
And this is all because of God's. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean like, that's the thing though. Like a lot of cult leaders throughout the past, they always come like they're like, I've gotten my message from God, you know, and then it just puts like such a bad undertone, you know, for any kind of like actual love, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's difficult to try to cipher everything, you know, especially like that's why I want to kind of delete social media, because it's like just when I'm feeling at peace, I'll get on TikTok and I'm like, leave me alone. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been on. I was on TikTok for a while the other day, but I mean, I'm still trying to just read more, you know, like read manga, just put myself in a story, not try to fucking numb my mind with all these like shortened algorithmic clips, you know. It's just like it's doing something to us, dude. It's crazy what impact social media has had on us.
Well, that's what we talked about that streamer before, Asmongold.
Yeah.
I saw like one clip before where he like gets on and he's like, just be like everybody else, man. Get on social media. Get a mental illness. I'm like, and I just think about my own mental illness, and I'm like, I get on social media and it's just like, I don't know. It just puts you in a weird mindset, man, where it's just like, I don't know. Cause like I feel like you could be like looking at like people and, you know, you want to be like them, you know, like in certain ways, and then it's like, but your self-worth, it could be so much more if you would just look at like your inner self, if that makes sense.
I bet in a couple of years there's gonna be like a documentary on how the Kardashians alone shaped the entire like feminine structure on society, and how you had to attain these unrealistic goals. They had to get.
I really feel for women.
Like,
side note, sorry.
I know, dude. I just feel so bad because like it's affecting like everyone around me, because everybody's affected by this. They see these like we fucking popularize these nobodies realistically. They just get famous because they did all this work to their bodies and they look fucking hot, and we're just supposed to treat them like some deity, you know? And they shape the whole fashion industry and just the imagery of like what a female should be, and it's so toxic. and nobody's really called them out for it. Cause they worked hard for what they did. No, Kim, you just fucked on camera and got rich and famous from it, and you got all your family rich and famous from it, and you got a TV show because of that, and it's just so
Well, I mean,
fucked
even
up.
beyond that, like, Caitlyn was a famous tennis player back in the day. You know,
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of how
became.
they got their name out there. Yeah, and it's yeah.
I'm all for women. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just think the Kardashians are just, they put a whole negativity into people's minds, man. Like, like, girl, you're beautiful just the way you are. Okay, you don't need to be like them. Okay.
Cause they aren't even like them. Did you see like fucking what's her name, Courtney? She forgot to Photoshop one of her goddamn social media clips, and then she has the audacity to be like, because she got fucking ridiculed for it because everybody was making fun of how she looked, and she came out and was like, I'm so upset, like I can't like keep up with the fucking ideal beauty standards of today.
Goodness.
When literally you're the fucking person who created the toxic beauty standards of today.
It's, yeah,
Like
I didn't
you
see
can't
that, but
you
yeah.
can't cry wolf, bro. You can't sit here and cry wolf when you are the goddamn wolf, you know?
Exactly. That's so true. That's what, like, it's sad, man. Like, I've like dated girls where they just like are constantly insecure because they just base everything about how someone looks on social media.
I think that's why a lot of women today just they're all depressed. Like almost all of them are. And it's because of this shit.
It's true. It's so true.
Fortunately, guys, we're just, I think we look at like, because I feel like a few like men influencers were trying to do it also, like trying to do something similar to the Kardashians, and we're just fucking lazy and don't care about that shit, and we're just like, all right, go ahead. We literally like romanticize dad bods.
Yeah.
That's how powerful we are.
Yeah.
Are you a dad bod kind of guy? Do you think that will be like your goal physique, or what are you trying to go for?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, I think another problem with me growing up was always like vanity. Like I would, like I've been called out before, like by my family members, and I'm like, like back when I was a kid, I was like, no, I'm not. You know, I would like go by the mirror and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fix my hair real quick, but you know, I just like shaved all my hair off recently, and I'm just like, this is fine. I don't. Progressively as I get older, it's like I'm not caring as much about like my looks as much. You know, I'm just happy if my shoes match my shirt. That's it.
Yeah.
But
I just got a new haircut, and the lady likes it. She loves it, actually.
I heard. Wait, were you telling me about this before? I feel like you told me about this.
Yeah, I think I sent a haircut, or I sent a picture or something. I sent my haircut to you. I sent
just your hair. You cropped your face out of the picture. It was just your hair floating.
Basically. I got the Peaky Blinders type beat.
That's what I'm talking about. Like Tommy, or are we talking Arthur? I know you haven't seen it. So
I haven't watched the show. I don't know any of the characters' names, but it was the main character, right?
Tommy.
The guy?
Yeah. Cillian Murphy.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's not bad.
I couldn't think of his name.
That's a sharp look, dude. That's a sharp look.
Yeah, she loved it. So I guess this is gonna be the style for a hot minute.
But that's what, like, honestly, bro, like, in that situation, dude, like, if she's digging it, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I literally see. I've never cared about. I mean that's a lie. I have cared about how I looked, but it was only for like my personality. once I got into a very committed relationship and started taking her suggestions into consideration, I basically have done a complete 180, and it's literally only like what she thinks she likes, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm all okay with it because honestly, it just makes my life easier.
Yeah, dude.
Because she has a sense of style, and I never had. And now I actually feel like I look good.
That's good then, man. That's what it's about. Like if she's hyping you up too at the same time, it's all worth it. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was hyping me up last night. I'll tell you what.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking.
Wink, wink.
That's what I'm talking about. Chase out here getting it, my boy.
It was great.
That's good, man.
It was a lovely time. It was Oh, yesterday was our anniversary too.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Happy anniversary.
No, it's okay. It's 3 years, 1 month.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I never even wow. That's long.
Yeah, you lose track of shit like that, you know. It's crazy because we even had to sit down and like do the math. It was like, shit, when did we like get back together? Like when we oh shit, it's been 3 years. I was thinking it was like 2 or 4, you know. I was just like, it's got to be either 2 or 4, but it's 3 in the middle.
Have you guys ever discussed like the M word? You know what I'm saying? Like
Molasses?
Yeah, molasses. Like, have you guys sat down and talked about molasses?
Yes, we have.
Really? What do you think?
Yeah,
about it?
guys, I have great news. Me and lady are no, I'm just kidding.
In molasses.
In molasses. No, we yeah, it's definitely been a conversation for sure, especially lately because it's just we're at 3 years, you know. So
of course.
It's definitely in consideration. But with she opened the door. Hold on. What? Hello?
Hello.
She just opened the door. I was like talking about her, and she opened the door.
You have summoned me.
But I think with everything going on right now, like in the world, you know, like I think the big thing, we want to get a house first, you know. So
that's good.
Before anything, because I feel like if we have that kind of foundation to fall back on, you know, it just makes it better. Because you know, you gotta get a ring and everything. Those are expensive. You put some money down on a ring, it's just you ain't got that money for a house, you know.
But like, that's so like, I don't know, man. Like if I was with someone, like I don't know, like I'm not saying I'm cheap, but like, you know, it's about love, you know. It's about,
yeah,
like,
absolutely, it absolutely is about. But I think you got to also take your relationships into consideration as well, because I feel like neither of us like want like a huge thing. It's just like, oh, okay, like we absolutely know we love each other and we want to spend the rest of our lives together, so let's just like, because I mean, at the end of the day, marriage is just like a piece of paper. It's a government thing, you know. But I think we both understand that, but we also like the symbolism and everything. So
and like you get families together, dude, and it's like a thing, you know. It's just like you take like pictures with a Polaroid camera that you put in a scrapbook, and it's like you got the picture where it actually pushes the cake in your face, dude. Come on, man.
How white are you gonna get?
It's romantic. It's sweet, dude.
So do you think you would be like a big wedding kind of guy?
No, well, I was gonna ask you, like, my follow-up was gonna be like, what is your dream wedding?
Dream. This is so like weird as like just two guys talking about like, hey, what would be your dream wedding?
If you look at it in that sense, like, you're my homie, bro. Like, I think.
Nah,
and
yeah,
I'm gushy.
dude.
You know me, bro. I'm gushy like that. I'm all about it. You know what I'm saying?
We're just tearing down the patriarchy one podcast at a time, honestly. So
Blastoids.
Yeah. My dream wedding, it would be like a very small casual wedding. not a very small one, but like a relatively small one. Like handful of your best friends, family, obviously. But it's not at like some great big venue. No church, because we just were talking about that before the podcast.
Well, I don't think I would get mine in a church either, though.
Yeah, I just feel like church weddings are just kind of like the pressure's there, and you can't have an open bar there. You know what I'm saying?
For real? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like, well, I mean,
I guess. Yeah.
What are you gonna?
That's
You're gonna
true.
drink the blood of Christ? Like,
Pull out the wine?
pull out Jesus? But no, I would want it like in a foresty area, like within the woods.
Dude, yeah.
But have like a whole setup where it's like there's platforms, like there's obviously like very comfortable seating for everybody, and it just looks angelic. Is that the word?
I'd say so, yeah. Angelic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's not like, I kind of want like a mix between like a traditional wedding, like for the attire, but coming from fucking the Midwest country, rural areas, people aren't gonna dress in like fucking tuxes and fucking suits and shit, It's just, obviously, like, the people in the wedding, they would wear that shit, but, like, people coming to the wedding, blue jeans, Budweiser, I don't know.
Button-up shirt, call it a day.
Button-up shirt. Dude, every wedding that I went to, we did not do that. My dad would never fucking wear anything like that.
Really?
He would wear, like, maybe a t-shirt, maybe shorts, cargo shorts, jeans. Like, maybe a polo, if it was fancy.
He said shirt's optional. Depends on how many Budweisers. I'm sorry. But,
basically, yeah. That's my dream situation. I know Shiloh has her own separate thing. We'll have to compromise, I think. But
those Red Rocks out there would be gorgeous, bro.
Yeah, but that would be expensive. See, that's the thing. I don't want to spend.
You had to spend a lot.
I don't want to spend a honeymoon type beat on the wedding. I want to have a relatively small wedding so we can save the money and have an actual nice honeymoon.
Well, just bootleg it. Shoot.
What do you mean bootleg it?
Oh, how about this? I could get ordained, online, get a certificate, get ordained.
I don't think getting like the person to marry you is the most cost efficient. Yeah, I think it's just like the venue itself, like
everyone sneaks out. Everyone sneaks out to the Red Rocks, right? Sunset and just peak lighting time, bro. You know what I'm saying? When that sun's hitting those Red Rocks just right, bro. Dude. That'd be so sweet. It's just
it would be sweet.
Have some guys with some trucks with the platforms, got some guy also, or like anybody. It doesn't have to be just guy. I don't even mean it like that. It's some person, with these, like, have like the foldable chairs, but have like some nice embroidery to put over top of it, dude. Set it all up in like 15 Amish barn style, if you know what I mean. Dude. I'm just kidding. But no, I'm sorry.
No.
Those Red Rocks are so nice. I just picture it in my mind. And I'm like,
so what about you though? Like, what's your wedding scenario?
You kind of took mine. Not gonna lie. When you
really?
When you said like foresty trees, dude, I'm all about it. Like I went to one where they had it in the woods. I'm like, dude, this is it, bro. All the family getting together. The weather's just perfect. And just because at the end of the day, I think it's just like everyone just getting together, and this like poetic unification between two people that just want to be together. You hear me?
So do you know the whole like saying, if it rains on your wedding day, it's meant to be?
I would embrace it.
No, but like, do you believe it?
No, absolutely not. I'm not superstitious in that way.
Okay.
Because I love rain. I'd be like, yes.
Because that way, I feel like you're just kind of like, you're kind of looking for a day that it is going to rain to plan your wedding.
Yeah.
I feel like you can cheat the system, and that's not right. Because I know if we have a fucking wedding, I would want it to be sunny and clear the whole time.
I just picture, like, if I'm with the right person in my mind and it starts raining, I know me, I start laughing. This is how I am. I get nervous like that, I start laughing. And if I'm with the right person, I feel like they would probably start laughing too. And then at that point, you're taking pictures. Imagine how hard those pictures would be, bro. How imagine that. You got the two people up at the altar. It's raining. You know, me not calling it off. Already put too much money into it. Not calling it off. We're all here, guys. Let's all pull out our umbrellas, or hopefully, if not, like if you guys want to go under the canopies, you can. Go ahead. I'm gonna be up here with my person, and we're gonna do the thing. You know. And like those pictures would be so sweet, dude. It's just like starts raining, and it's just like it's funny at that point. Cause why not? You know. And you're sitting there with the person you love the most, so why does it matter if it's raining or not?
Yeah.
Those pictures would be so sweet too. Especially if you somehow caught some lightning in the background, bro. Like that'd be some powerful stuff. You know? I don't know, man.
Just two guys fantasizing about their weddings.
I don't care, bro. What are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna judge me? Judge me, bro. I don't care. I love, man. It's my problem.
It's my problem.
It's my problem.
His biggest sin is lust.
Right.
It's the opposite.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
So how you feeling about this, man?
I feel pretty good. And you know what? We didn't even get into any of the topics.
Well, should we just leave off on the note?
Yeah, because going into these topics is like, especially for the end of the podcast, dude. I mean, everyone knows like the terrible tragedies that have happened in the past week. Well, one of them's good, you know, justice. But the other one, the other one, no. It's like sad, dude. And everyone's seen it on the news. I don't watch the news, so Chase told me, and that's the first time I heard about it.
Well, I'll just like end it with like our thoughts. And again, do you want to say prayers?
I would say prayer. I mean, okay. Do you care? Would you be mad?
Oh, like on the podcast? I wasn't saying. I was just saying like.
In general, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely pray for the families.
Yeah, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families affected by the tragic mass shooting that happened on Saturday in Buffalo.
It breaks my heart.
It's just it's tragic. It's crazy how something like this can happen in 2022, dude. It's just it's sickening. You hate to see it, especially with a kid so young. Obviously, something bad's going on in this country, and we need to fix it. But we like I said, our thoughts are with the families affected, and we just hope for better futures to come. Hope justice is served, and peace be with thee.
And the pain just be alleviated from. I can't even imagine the hearts of all those families, just having people stripped away from their life like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So you feeling good? You got any last words?
Love yours, man. Love life, man. Find something to love in life. Don't just have desires. Just have some loves, man. That's it. You?
Yeah, just don't forget to breathe.
Yeah.
Just if you need a second, you feel like you're flustered, you don't know what to do, you feel like you're doing too much all at once, just take a break. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Go on.
I'd always say 3 of them. Give 3 good ones.
Well, yeah, just keep doing it until you feel better.
Yeah, honestly,
don't just take one and then hold your breath.
Just do it at the steering wheel.
Just basically, it's just.
Don't do that. Do it in a safe place.
How long can you hold your breath?
I don't even know. Probably like a minute, maybe.
I think I can go like a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Like I still smoke and like I don't smoke weed anymore, but I vape too. So I know that's damaging on the lungs. That's another one I gotta quit. So I know I can't hold my breath for that long because of my own damaging.
Hey, man, go ahead and just quit it.
I'm trying, bro. Like today I woke up and yeah, it's not beside the point, but yeah, I do need to quit.
Yeah. Yeah. Quit at your own pace. You're good, man.
I got the nicotine gum. It's just I gotta apply it.
I gotta apply it. It's like math, right?
Right.
I got the solution to solve this problem, but I just need to plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was just sorry. Sorry about that. That wasn't even funny. That wasn't even smart. That wasn't
Come on, man.
that wasn't original, you know. We live by a standard on this podcast and we are not hitting the mark.
I think it was pretty hitting on the mark. I think it was pretty hitting.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and just close out here. My name was Chase.
And I am, and will always be Gannon. Peace.
Bye bye, guys.